we are building a memory demo agent, and here no database, no extra plumbing, just by passing the running transcript back to the agent each time. We are just trying to demonstrate the how we manage the memory inside an agent or agentic workflow. So it's a plain agent with one job, which is remember facts the user states in this conversation and reuse them later. Okay, so it's a plain agent with one job, like remember and use facts. So there is no special memory module here. The memory comes from us consistently giving the model the full conversation so far. So now to do this memory management, we are declaring history list. So now here you see we are defining a helper function called turn, and in this helper function we are going to append the user's new message to history. Okay, and also the assistant message or the assistant response to the history list, and we print the reply here. Okay, so that is what this helper function will do. Now from the model perspective, every turn looks like a standard chat transcript, right, with all prior turns, because when we are going to call the model here, we are going to pass the history or the entire history. So therefore, from the model perspective, every turn looks like a standard chat transcript with all prior turns. So it can, pull earlier facts. And when you ask follow-up questions, then it may refer to the previous conversations and then provide you the corresponding response. Now, for example, here we are calling our this helper function, and first time we are saying my name is Priya and I live in Pune. Then asking what is my first name and which city do I live. Then because this agent is having this access to the history or historical conversation, then it may refer to this first conversation and then it can derive the name and then it can derive the city in the response. So let us run this, and then you see here when the input was my name is Priya and I live in Pune, then the assistant is saying, got it, Priya, you live in Pune, how can I assist you today? And then the follow-up question is, what is my first name? Then the agent is saying your first name is Priya. And when again the next question is like, which city do I live in? Then the assistant is saying, or the agent is saying, you live in Pune. So this it was able to generate this response or these answers because it was having access to the memory or history. Now, there are a few important notes to tell you about this memory management. Now, this memory management which we have implemented, this is, ephemeral memory because if you restart the kernel or this colab, and then you create a new session, then the agent forgets the previous conversation. So therefore, you need to, create the persistent memory. Now, persisting the memory, it requires saving the history somewhere, durable and reloading. So you need to save it somewhere as a persistent storage, right? Now, another thing we need to note is that the bigger history grows, the more tokens you spend and the slower it gets. So in production, you will often summarize older terms into a compact working memory message and keep a structured context. So you can use the parentic model for key facts, for example, the user's first name and the user's city, something like that. And truncate or window the transcript to stay under token limits, because every model is having a max token limit, and therefore we cannot continuously keep growing the chat history. At some point in time, we need to do the chat history management, and then there are different options, like one is the summarization and then one is like you remove the oldest one, something like that. So those optimizations we need to implement in the production grade system. This video is part of my course Mastering AI Agent using OpenAI Agent SDK, the course which I have published on Udemy.
The link of that course is available in the description. So if you are interested, please follow the link and get your certification done.